Joy, and my teammates is Leslie, Vivian, and Tracy. And our program name is Quizzing Show. And our program design idea is specially designed to every person of all ages. No matter who they are, they must and will love it. And we think people always wish they can go abroad and see what people live in different countries, see any other kind of lifestyle, and the most closest thing to us, no matter who will agree that, is food. Food is the most approachable thing to us. That is why we often see some programs they introduce some tasty food of all over the world or local places. And for example, Super Taste is one of the most famous programs that introduce some excellent and amazing food from every country in Taiwan to their viewers. And their ratings are really high in any kind of the other programs. However, our program won't be just like that. We will compare something from different places with their difference and features. Therefore, we come up with an idea about this program because of the above reasons, and hope you can enjoy it in your free time to watch this fabulous program. Wherever you be or not, it will be the most interesting program that you have ever watched before. And our program process is first, the host simply introduces today's special guest to the viewers and has a short conversation. Then introduce today's theme, food, countries, etc. The guest is subsequently ask how the guest feels and compare the difference of country, cultures, and explain why the same food can be made so different in each country. And this end.
Okay, I'm Leslie, and I will introduce our tried episode. At our show, I will introduce this first. It's the latest, the most expensive instant noodles. At our show, there are two key points of our aim: intriguing and native, because people always like to know something to penetrate deeply of one's culture, but not cliche. That's why we put instant noodles as our first episode. You can see here, it's xiang cai 口味的 instant noodles and the strawberry cake taste. Okay, then let me introduce why we put instant noodles at our first episode. First of all, instant noodle is quite popular in the generation, and it developed really rapidly. No matter everyone loves it or not, they at least had it once. And the second, cheap. On the other hand, it's definitely in a very low price which people can affordable. When after watching our shows, if they would like to get one and try, and it's totally feasible. That's the way we want to. We want every audience can have a try of our program's food. And the last, of course, we will choose the most interesting product and their country. Ensure it won't be boring, because it's the most attractive. And the following are some quickly filled with examples to introduce how our show is running. Of course, the first of all, really, we got a really short background, and that the audience can remember. For example, we would say something like that. Instant noodles were invented by Momofuku Endo of Nissan Food in Japan, or something like ramen has become the instead of the instant noodle words in America. If you in the America, you can say I will need some ramen, but no need to say instant noodles. That's really short. We will cut it into two sentences. And the following is the latest product introduction, because That's the most interesting part. The audience would like to know, just like the picture. We've got the mocha coil, mocha, and the chocolate taste something. Sure, we will got the food review and comparison. The special way is we will invite two different guests and they don't know each other. One is epicure and the other one is a child. Because we will let our audience to see the both serious and the funny reaction of our present. As you know, the young children are harsh food critics. Things that they like are yummy, while everything else is just yucky. And then we will just like to pick some examples like the Xin Ramen and the Hua Diao Ji Mian. Because they will use both use the alcohol or some spicy taste. There is a difference from their culture. So that's all my part, and let our group mates to present in other one.
Episode 2 is going to talk about alcoholic beverage. Alcoholic beverage is common to see in today's society. People drink when they are in a good mood or they are a bit depressed. Today, in the episode 2, I'm going to introduce the most famous alcoholic beverage in several countries. And the most famous alcoholic beverage in China is Mao Tai. In Japan is sake. South Korea is soju. Russia is vodka. And Scotland is whiskey. Canada is ice wine. Germany is beer, and Mexico is tequila. And now I'll choose one country to give a brief introduction in order to let everyone know how well the episode 2 show in the TV program. Vodka. The first is composition and process. Vodka is a distilled beverage composed primarily of water and ethanol, sometimes with trace of impurities or flavors. Traditionally, vodka is made by the distillation of cereal grains and potatoes that have been fermented. Though some modern brands use other substances such as fruits or sugar. The second one is alcohol by volume. Since the 1890s, the standard of Russian vodkas are 40% alcohol by volume, a percentage that is widely misattributed to Dmitry Mendeleev. Third is taste. In fact, vodka has no specific taste. The best vodka is colorless, odorless, and tasteless, but with heavy burn. There is simply the strong ethanol flavor and burning sensation when you drink it. Else, it's also commonly used in cocktails and mixed drinks, such as the vodka martini, vodka tonic, and Bloody Mary. And next, I'm going to talk about the relationship between vodka and Russia. Vodka in Russian is the same meaning as the water of life. Obviously, vodka is essential to Russia. Russia has a humid continental climate with warm, sometimes hot, somewhat humid summers and long cold winters. In the winter, temperatures normally drop to approximately 10 degrees below zero. Drinking vodka makes people feel warmer, and they believe that drinking vodka also makes them more healthier. And the last one, the Russian God, Victor Yev's article. The Russian God confirms the controversial status of vodka in Russian culture. He describes the Earth's big friend as a fearsome god to whom Russia both claims voluntarily and is bound helplessly. It pervades Russian culture, literature, and film. It is worshipped as a symbol of national pride and identity, and it radiates families and destroys life when it is abused. Alcohol poisoning claims more than 30,000 lives per year in Russia. As Erfoyev notes, what God gives and what God takes away in the fashion of Almighty God.
Good afternoon, and my name is Tracy. Now we will go on to episode 3. The main idea of the episode 3 is to introduce some representative cooking methods in different countries. And here I will just take 3 countries for example. They are Japan, France, and Taiwan. In every country, I will first introduce some features of cuisine, and then I will tell you some cooking methods. Besides, categories will also be introduced. And last but not least, I will show you some typical examples. And let's start from the first country, Japan. One of the Japanese cuisine features is presenting food's original flavor. That is, if an ingredients taste bitter, then the chef will let it taste sweet or salty. And then when the chef is making Japanese cuisine, he or she would comply with following 3 rules. That is 5 tastes, 5 colors, and 5 methods. 5 tastes means have sweet aftertaste, means 甘回甘的甘. And sweet, sour, bitter, and spicy. 5 colors have white, black, red, yellow, and green. 5 methods: salad, boiled, broiled, steamed, and deep fried. And the categories are 3. Have 3. The first one is Kaiseki cuisine, means 怀石料理. Sorry for speaking Chinese. The second one is 本善料理, because I don't know how to translate this, so I put Chinese on the PowerPoint. And the third one is 会席料理. Kaiseki cuisine is a kind of high-class cuisine. Everybody knows it is very expensive. And 本善料理 means traditional and normal Japanese cuisine. 会席料理 means this kind of dishes has more freedom than above mentioned dishes. And the left one is 怀石料理. The middle one is 本善料理. The right one is 会席料理. And let's move on to the second country, France. French cuisine are often expensive, so they look delicate and luxury. And selecting high quality ingredients is very important because the chef believes that second class ingredients can become a delicious dish. What's more, because France is a big country, from north to south is very big, so the North France has often use butter and cheese to their dishes, and South France use olives, seafood, garlics, and spice. And the characteristic of the French cuisine is exquisite tableware and dishes. And the cooking method. Speaking of cooking method, there are some rules to follow. First, vegetables are often used to make salad and steamed seafood. Also, liquor is usually added to the dishes. And the essence of French cuisine is sauce. Sauce is very important in France. And their material. The following are the common ingredients in France, like beef, veal, lamb, poultry, seafood, vegetable, escargot, means 法式瓜牛. Truffle means 松露. goose liver, 鹅肝. And last but not least, liquor is an essential drink. In France, they love drinking very much. So before the meal, they drink aperitif. When eating salad, soup, and seafood, they drink white wine. And when eating meat, they drink red wine. After the meal, they drink brandy. And some examples for French cuisine. And the last country is Taiwan. One of the Taiwanese cuisine characteristics is thick soup, means 羹汤. This kind of soup is very popular in everywhere. Another characteristic is Chinese herb, means 中药草. They are popular in Taiwanese cuisine, but for foreigners, they are rare and special. Taiwanese chefs usually use spring onion, means 葱, ginger, and garlic to add spice. Also, when eating a meal, Taiwanese tend to add chili sauce, sweet chili sauce, 甜辣酱, pepper or black rice vinegar into their food. And that's some example for Taiwanese food. Okay, thanks for your attention.